Paris has always been a city of dreams. Its cobblestone streets echo with centuries of art, fashion, and romance. But on one cool August evening in 2025, it became the backdrop to a moment that sent millions of ARMY into a frenzy. Kim Taehyung, BTS's enigmatic vocalist and style icon, sat down with W Korea for a special video segment. The concept was simple: open his bag, show what's inside. But when the bag belongs to V, nothing is ever just simple. The camera zoomed in as his hands gently unzipped the Smile bag, a designer tote adorned with a subtle, almost childlike smile logo. It was a piece both playful and elegant, much like V himself. As the zipper slid open, fans held their breath. What would they find? The first glimpse was unassuming: a bottle of melatonin gummies. "For sleep," V smiled softly, explaining that the chaos of travel often leaves him restless. It was a small confession, but it felt personal. The idea of the world's most charming performer needing help to drift off to sleep made him feel instantly human. Someone who, just like the rest of us, battles the weight of time zones. From the melatonin, V reached for something soft, a neatly folded scarf in muted beige tones. Paris in August can be warm during the day, but cool at night, and Taehyung's scarf seemed ready to battle both chill and style emergencies. Fans know that V doesn't just wear clothes, he tells stories through them. Could this scarf have been part of a late-night stroll by the Seine? Or perhaps it was draped over his shoulders during a secret meeting with a photographer friend? The possibilities fueled endless fan theories. If there was one item that made ARMY collectively gasp, it was the old, vintage-style film camera. "I like to take photos myself," V said, cradling it with both hands as if holding something sacred. This wasn't a flashy digital device. It was a piece of nostalgia, with metal edges slightly worn and a leather strap that looked like it had traveled the world. For longtime fans, this camera symbolized Vante, Taehyung's alter ego as a photographer. The presence of this camera in his bag hinted that even amidst his busy schedule, he still found time to capture the world as he sees it: raw, unfiltered, and profoundly personal. The next reveal stopped the internet in its tracks. V pulled out a small, well-worn notebook. Its cover was creased from use, the pages thick with ink stains and doodles. With a shy smile, he admitted, "Some of these are songs I've been working on. Not finished yet." That single sentence ignited a firestorm of speculation. Were these lyrics for his next solo album, a BTS comeback, or perhaps something for a collaboration no one knew about yet? Fans dissected every visible scribble in the video, freezing frames and zooming in to catch words. Some swore they saw phrases about blue mornings and a voice across the sea, while others believed they spotted English hooks tucked between Korean verses. This wasn't the first time a celebrity had done a "What's in my bag" segment, but with V, the atmosphere was different. There was no product placement, no sense of a rehearsed list. Everything in his Smile bag seemed deeply personal, a reflection of a man whose artistry bleeds into his everyday life. The reveal wasn't about showing luxury, it was about showing himself. And that intimacy is rare for someone of his fame. The fact that this took place in Paris wasn't lost on fans. The city has always held a certain magic for Taehyung. It's where fashion meets soul, and where his dual identities, the global superstar and the private artist, seem to coexist in harmony. Some ARMY speculated that his trip to Paris was more than just for the W Korea shoot. Could he be secretly meeting collaborators, planning a fashion capsule collection, or perhaps scouting locations for an upcoming music video? The thought that these simple bag items could be connected to something monumental in the future made fans watch the video over and over, hoping for hidden clues. Within hours of W Korea posting the clip, social media went into overdrive. Twitter hashtags like #VSmileBag, #VInParis, and #VIsComing trended worldwide. TikTok edits began circulating, pairing slowed-down footage of V pulling out each item with romantic instrumental music. YouTube fan channels released breakdown videos analyzing the symbolism of every object. One fan theorist claimed the scarf was in the same shade as a BTS album concept from years ago, Another insisted the camera model was one often used for cinematic film projects, hinting at a possible directorial debut. It might have been the simplest item in the bag, a small, translucent bottle filled with soft, pastel-colored melatonin gummies, but it spoke volumes. For the average person, melatonin is just a sleep aid. But for Kim Taehyung, who spends much of his life under flashing lights, in different time zones, and with schedules that would exhaust even the most energetic soul, it was a quiet reminder of vulnerability. In the W Korea video, Taehyung held the bottle in one hand, the label barely visible, and laughed softly as he explained, "I carry these everywhere. When I can't sleep, they help." It wasn't a glamorous confession, but it was profoundly human. ARMY took note. Some said it made them love him even more, not because of the melatonin itself, but because it showed that even a man who can command a stadium still fights small battles every night to rest. Fan tweets flooded timelines. "Taehyung uses melatonin? Same! He's literally just like us." The way he said it so casually, like he's letting us in on a little secret. He works so hard that even sleep doesn't come easily. Protect him at all costs. Within hours, sales of melatonin gummies spiked in parts of Asia, a phenomenon media dubbed the V effect. Even something as small as a vitamin bottle, when connected to V, became a symbol of self-care. The scarf might have been beige, simple, and unassuming to the untrained eye, but for those who know V, accessories are never just fashion. They are emotional anchors. The scarf was folded neatly, edges aligned with almost military precision, a sign of care and intention. It wasn't stuffed or crumpled, it had been placed there deliberately. Fans recalled past interviews where Taehyung admitted that he often keeps a scarf or sweater from his mother when traveling abroad, not just for warmth, but for a sense of home. Could this be one of those items? Or was it a designer piece from Celine, perhaps a gift from Hedi Slimane himself? Theories swirled on weavers. That scarf is from Celine's 2023 winter collection, Rare Piece. Wait, remember in Bon Voyage Season 4, when he wore something similar in New Zealand? Sentimental king! Whatever its origin, the scarf's inclusion in the bag hinted at a man who, beneath his experimental fashion and bold stage presence, still craves comfort, the kind that feels like a warm hug on a chilly night by the Seine. The moment Taehyung pulled out the vintage-style film camera, ARMY collectively gasped. The brand and model, fans quickly identified, resembled the Leica M6, a cult favorite among photography purists. Taehyung's passion for photography is no secret. Under his creative alter ego as V, he has shared moody, atmospheric shots for years. His love for film photography in particular is rare in today's digital-dominated world. Holding the camera in Paris, the city where Cartier-Bresson once roamed, the birthplace of countless iconic photographs, felt symbolic. This wasn't just an item in his bag, it was a creative tool, a reminder that V sees the world differently. A popular fan theory suggested that he was in Paris for more than just the W Korea shoot. Some believed he was capturing photos for a personal photography exhibition or a special edition BTS project. The thought that Taehyung's next masterpiece might already be sitting in that camera's undeveloped film sent chills down ARMY's spines. If there was one moment in the Smile Bag reveal that truly made the internet explode, it was this: Taehyung pulling out a small, leather-bound notebook. The edges were worn, the cover scratched, signs that it had traveled with him through countless journeys. He opened it slightly, flipping through pages filled with his handwriting. Some were finished, most were not. That was all it took. Within hours, fan forums were flooded with speculation. Were these lyrics for his second solo album? Could they be part of a BTS group comeback? Was there a hidden message for ARMY in those unfinished lines? On TikTok, fans slowed down the video to freeze frame every visible word. Some claimed to spot recurring imagery: waves, moonlight, returning home. Others believed there were English hooks, perhaps for a global single. Whatever the truth, one thing was clear: the notebook wasn't just paper and ink. It was a treasure chest of unreleased art, locked in Taehyung's mind until the day he decides to share it with the world. Here's the thing:
The smile bag was never fully emptied. Taehyung pulled out a handful of items, but there were clearly more inside. The camera caught glimpses of objects he didn't take out. A black case, something metallic, a folded envelope. Why didn't he show them? Was it intentional? Part of the mystique. Fans latched onto the mystery instantly. On Reddit threads, ARMY created long lists of possible unseen items. A personal letter from a BTS member currently in military service, a fragrance prototype for an unreleased brand collaboration, a Polaroid photo from an undisclosed shoot, a USB drive with demo tracks. Whether any of this was true didn't matter. The fun was in the speculation. V had once again mastered the art of revealing just enough to feed curiosity while leaving the rest to imagination. It's impossible to separate the smile bag reveal from its setting. Paris wasn't just a backdrop, it was a co-star. Every shot of V opening his bag carried the warm, golden glow of Parisian summer. Through the window behind him, you could almost hear the faint hum of street musicians, the distant clink of cafe cups, the rush of the Seine. Paris is in many ways the perfect metaphor for V. It's timeless yet modern, romantic yet bold, classic yet always reinventing itself. Just as the Eiffel Tower draws millions but still feels intimate to each visitor, Taehyung can command a global stage while making each fan feel like he's speaking directly to them. Before we even get to what's inside, the bag itself tells a story. The smile bag, a luxury tote with a playful minimalist smile logo, isn't just a fashion choice. It's a perfect representation of Taehyung's dual personality, elegance wrapped in lighthearted charm. Fans with sharp eyes notice something interesting. The smile bag isn't part of his usual endorsed brands like Celine. This led many to believe it was a personal favorite, not a product placement. That fact alone made it feel more authentic, as if V was letting us glimpse his real, everyday companion. Some stylists have pointed out that Taehyung often gravitates towards items with whimsical or artistic designs. The smile could be symbolic, a quiet reminder to himself to stay joyful amidst a hectic lifestyle. Others believe it might be a nod to ARMY, whose happiness he often mentions as his motivation. When celebrities do "what's in my bag" videos, it's often a mix of random practical things and staged brand placements. But V's smile bag felt different. Every item seemed intentional, carrying weight beyond its physical form. Melatonin for rest, a scarf for comfort, a vintage camera for creativity, a notebook for unspoken dreams. It felt like the bag was a mobile version of his mind, a collection of what keeps him balanced, inspired, and grounded. In a way, it was like Taehyung had curated a portable self-portrait. Fashion editor Min-So Park commented in an interview with the Korea Herald,
"The smile bag video became a treasure hunt. Within hours of its release, ARMY around the globe had dissected every second. Freeze frames were zoomed in, lightened, and sharpened to catch even the smallest details." On Twitter, a fan from Brazil posted a side-by-side comparison of taehyung's scarf with a similar one spotted during BTS's 2022 trip to Paris. The tweet went viral with over 300K likes. On TikTok, edits emerged claiming the camera model was the exact one used by French street photographers in the 90s, adding romantic nostalgia to the narrative. Some even analyzed the pen marks in his notebook, claiming they matched the ink strokes from past lyric drafts shown in BTS documentaries. Whether any of it was factually confirmed didn't matter. It was the collective excitement that turned the smile bag into a full-blown fandom event. It wasn't just ARMY talking. Within a day, fashion bloggers and luxury lifestyle outlets picked up the story. Vogue Korea called the reveal a masterclass in organic personal branding, praising the balance between casual authenticity and high fashion aesthetics. Paris-based stylist Camille Durand told Le Monde, "Most celebrities promote luxury by wearing the newest, most extravagant items. V promoted luxury by showing the human side of it, how these items live with you, travel with you, carry your memories." This perspective resonated beyond the fandom. Even people who didn't follow K-pop found themselves charmed by the narrative. Sharp-eyed viewers noticed something V didn't pull out. A sleek black case tucked deep in the bag. Theories exploded. Could it be a harmonica? He's been spotted playing one before. A special lens for his vintage camera. A portable recording device for capturing song ideas? The case became a legend in itself, dubbed by fans as the Black Box. On Weavers, someone joked, "Watch it just be gum, and we've been theorizing for nothing." But deep down, ARMY knows that with V, even gum could carry a story. Fans began connecting dots between Taehyung's Paris trip and recent rumors about BTS members working on group material for their post-military comeback. What if the smile bag items were all pieces of a bigger puzzle? Melatonin, a sign of late nights and long working hours. Scarf, practical for outdoor late-night shoots. Camera, capturing concept art or behind-the-scenes visuals. Notebook, drafting lyrics for unreleased tracks. When you arrange the clues, the theory practically writes itself. Could Paris have been the birthplace of a new song or even a visual project for BTS? The possibility alone kept fans buzzing for days.